And here we go, we've got our first crew of the day coming in, heading toward the dock, and it looks like they are towing a jet ski in as well. Let's see how Cap does as he comes in on approach. So taking it slow and easy. I don't like the crew on the back swim deck much, but they're trying to make sure to keep the jet ski off the boat probably. So our guy in the bow is heading up there. Cap turns bow in, hand on the dock, but now the stern's sliding off and he kicks the boat off as he goes to get on the dock, and now he's going to have to try and pull it back over. See how Cap recovers on this one, because they've got to keep the jet ski outside the boat as well. You can't bring the stern around if that jet ski slides inside it. So it looks like our guy, he's kicking out again, almost loses the guy off the bow who's trying to jump up, but he leaves with no lines, and we're going to try and get a stern line over this time. And there we go, and our crew should be able to get this one pulled over. But welcome back, crew, to the greatest show on earth, and that is the Miami Boat Ramps channel. I'm your host, Broncos Guru, and today we are down here visiting 79th Street, and it's always a fun one. A little overcast down here today, so it's not the busiest day we've seen down here, but you know, it's that time of year where the boating world starts to slow down a little bit as we get some cooler temps. We've had some actually really cool temps down here in South Florida over the past weeks, and you know, this past weekend has finally just warmed up a little bit, which is kind of nice. So we got another crew pulling out. Our other one looks like they are on the dock, good to go, man. And once again, terrible spot to be standing on that swim deck. Cap hits that throttle, you're going for a swim. And we're gonna do the handoff from the jet ski to the boat. So our crew who towed the jet ski in's having a little boat ramp party down here. I don't know why it's 79th. This is just a common scene. Everybody gets in on the dock and just likes to have a good time right here at the ramp. And it's always, man, every single time, especially once they spot the cameras, everybody has a little fun. But it looks like our guy is going to try and block the view from the camera a little bit here. And here comes our next crew in on approach. So Cap's taking it easy. We've got one fender out up in the bow. And I guess that's better than most we see down here. I feel like most people come in with no lines, no fenders on the ready, nothing. So Cap kind of pauses for a moment. He's going to try and decide what dock he wants to go on. He's got both as an option. And this is definitely what I recommend. Typically, if you're coming in on the dock, go ahead and give yourself this little pause. See what the wind and current's doing, and try and pick the dock that the wind and current may push you in on. So Cap goes ahead and makes the turn, and looks like he's made a decision. Oh, they actually had three fenders out. So Cap appears to be heading toward the starboard side, heading to dock 2. So we got a couple people in the bow. I don't see anybody really going to make a move on grabbing lines. Cap brake checks it out, and we get a push off the dock, and now we're actually drifting off the dock. So Cap's going to have to try and turn it back in one more time. But again, we've got people sitting in the bow on this side of the boat, but I don't see anybody with any lines up there, and they're not really moving to try and get any either. Cap reverses, bow comes back off. And there we go, somebody in the stern finally getting some lines on the ready. And now Cap's kind of drifted off. He's got to watch out turning that motor full lock to that side. He's got the ladder down, and the amount of times we see props come in contact with ladders down here, it's crazy. For some reason, nobody comes in with a ladder put up. They're always down here. So coming back in on his next attempt. This time he's kind of got a good line on the dock. Now he's got to get forward on it, though. Cap's kind of edging like he's going to try and leave the helm. The line's behind him. He grabs the pole. But again, nobody's ready with any lines except for the girl at the stern. She can't quite reach over to get a line up there. She grabs onto the pole to try and pull it back now. And there we go. She's got it on the dock. And they got to be careful. That bow's kicking out. And she's wrapped around the pole, so they should be good to go now. So here we go, our next crew coming in. And as you can tell, it's been a few hours. We've hit nighttime down here. And typically, this is where things really heat up and pick up down here at 79th Street. It is busier after the sun goes down here at 79th Street than it is when the sun is up, as you can kind of tell. So we've got our crew coming in behind the old Chow Shack boat here. And Cap's going to wind up brake checking a little hard as he was trying to come in on approach. His buddy in the bow didn't grab the dock. Now they got to watch out because Cap's going to back into the dock. So barely keeps it off. His buddy goes for the toss up at the front. Can't tell if he got it or not. And it looks like, based on the maneuver here, that he might have missed. So Cap's going to have to come back in on another approach on this one and try and line it up again. Goes for the toss again. Did he get it this time? Cap brake checks as everybody goes for the pole grab. Now Cap's leaving the helm. And I'm assuming they're good to go. And here comes our next crew in right behind him as he's trying to line it up on the dock. And coming in on approach, trying to line it up. Got somebody in the bow, somebody in the stern. Hang on the stern to something. Again with no lines, though. Everybody leaves the boat, no lines, and our guy's going to have to hold the tower while they get it figured out. So we'll pull it over to the side. Now, I don't understand why everybody leaves down here without grabbing a line off the boat, as our guy just winds up holding it, standing here as the rest of his crew goes ahead and tries to get off the boat. But they look like they should be good to roll from here. And speaking of being good to roll, we're going to roll out of here as well. Thanks for watching, crew. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Miami Boat Ramps. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlets. My channel, Broncos Guru, some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we got Boats versus Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at beautiful Haulover Inlet here in Miami. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here. If not, we're coming to steal your drain plug.